Instant Trivia, Agatha Christie edition. Let's go. When was Agatha Christie born? September 15th, 1890. When did Agatha Christie die? January 12th, 1976. Where was Agatha Christie born? Torquay? What was Agatha Christie's birth surname? Miller? What was Agatha Christie's first published novel? Mysterious Affair at Styles. Which famous Belgian detective did Agatha Christie create? Hercule Poirot. Which elderly spinster detective did she create? Miss Marple. Which detective duo first appeared in The Secret Adversary? Tommy and Tuppence. Who was Agatha Christie's first husband? Answer: Archibald Christie. Who was Agatha Christie's second husband? Max Mallowan. In what year did Agatha Christie disappear for 11 days? 1926. In which spa town was she found after her disappearance? Harrogate. Under what pen name did Christie publish romance novels? Mary Westmacott. How many detective novels did Agatha Christie write? 66 novels. What is the title of Agatha Christie's longest-running play? The Mousetrap. What is the name of Christie's holiday home now owned by the National Trust? Greenway. What medical role did Christie perform during World War I? Pharmacy assistant. Which novel features a murder aboard a train? Murder on Orient Express. Which 1939 Christie novel uses an island and a nursery rhyme to structure murders? And Then There Were None. Which Christie novel is set on the Nile? Death on the Nile. Which Christie short story was adapted into Billy Wilder's 1957 film? Witness for the prosecution. What phrase describes Poirot's method of reasoning? Little gray cells. In which fictional village does Miss Marple live? St. Mary Mead. What was the name of Agatha Christie's only child? Rosalind Hicks. Where is Agatha Christie buried? Chelsea. What honorific letters were added to her name in 1971? DBE. Approximately how many copies of her books have been sold worldwide? 2 billion. Which fictional author created by Christie first appears in Cards on the Table? Ariadne Oliver. Which character advertises himself as solving unhappiness? Parker Pine. What is the title of Christie's memoir published in 1977? An autobiography. Which London magazine serialized many of Christie's stories? The Strand. Which Christie novel is set during an archaeological dig in Iraq? Murder in Mesopotamia. Which 1930 stage play by Christie features Hercule Poirot? Black Coffee. Under what name did she register at the Harrogate Hotel during her disappearance? Mrs. Teresa Neal. Which television series starred David Suchet as Poirot? Answer Agatha Christie's Poirot. What genre did she write under the Mary Westmacott name? Romance. Which Agatha Christie novel was adapted into a 1982 film starring Peter Ustinov as Hercule Poirot and directed by Guy Hamilton? Evil Under the Sun. Which Scotland Yard inspector regularly appears with Poirot? Inspector Japp. What is the title of the 1924 short story collection of early Poirot cases? Poirot Investigates. What is Tuppence's given name? Prudence. What house did Christie live in at Chelsea from 1934? Answer: Winterbrook House. Which 1925 novel introduced the grand estate chimneys? The Secret of Chimneys. Which U.S. publisher released many editions of Christie's books? Dodd Mead. Which museum holds many artifacts from Max Mallowan's excavations? British Museum. Which 1951 thriller by Christie is set in Baghdad? They Came to Baghdad. Which UK imprint published many of her books as a crime series? Collins Crime Club. What was Poirot's occupation before becoming a private detective? Belgian police inspector. How many novels did she publish under the name Mary Westmacott? 6. In which English county is Torquay located? Devon. Which Poirot novel was published in the U.S. as 13 at Dinner? Lord Edgware Dies. That's the end of the show. Thanks for playing. See you tomorrow.